Hi there, my name is Leon de Wild. I am the Commercial Product Manager for Umbraco's DXP products. DXP products are our set of add-on products that you can use to enrich your digital platform. And one of these add-ons is Umbraco Engage. And that is also the product that we will focus on a bit in this video, and more in detail the personalization part. So in this video I will show you how you can make sure you actually reach your audience before you start with personalization and create all the needed content to do so. And we will do that based on these three steps. One is set up your personas within Umbraco Engage. Two is set up segments based on these personas. And segments are basically your personalization triggers. Three is use reporting to show if visitors actually fall into these segments. So make sure that we reach our audience. And I will do that based on this website. This is thebeanery.coffee. On this website we sell coffee and tea. But as you can see over here, we also blog about coffee, tea, cookies, because who doesn't like cookies? They are a great fit with coffee or tea, of course. But first, let's start with creating our personas. So if we go to the Umbraco part of the Beanery, then this is Umbraco. You can see that Engage is installed over here, so let's click on it. Then let's go to personalization and actually go to the personas. And over here you can see that I have created a persona group. The persona group is called coffee or tea. I can easily change this and say or cookies. I can update it, and right now we have a persona group called coffee or tea or cookies. We have a persona already over here. This is the coffee lover, this is the tea lover, but we are now also trying to add the cookie lover. So let's add the cookie lovers segment. Let's give it a good description. And you can use, of course, AI, or you can create your own personas. That's perfectly fine. We can apply a color and we can select an image. We have these great images generated by AI. So let's select this one, add the persona, and as you can see, we now have three personas. So these are the personas that we will be working with. Now we want to make sure that Umbraco knows which content is related to these personas. So what we can do is if we go to the content section, and this is our document tree, content tree, then over here we have inspiration, and these are all our pages. So over here I have one that is called the art of biscuit pairing. This is the content part of it, but I can say personalization and then content scoring. And over here you can see our persona group. You can see coffee or tea or cookies. It's already scored for the tea lover because this item is all about biscuit pairing with tea. But we just created the cookie lover, so let's make sure that Umbraco also knows that this page is also really interesting for cookie lovers. Then over here we have another one. This is to create a delightful high tea at home. We can also say personalization, content scoring. Again, this already scored for the tea lover, but let's say also for the cookie lover. Save. Then over here we have another one, which is cookies in combination with coffee. So let's say personalization, content scoring, cookie lover also applies, save scoring. And we have another one, and this is the last one, cookies that make your coffee shine. So let's score this one also for the cookie lover segment persona, like this, save scoring, and now we have scored our content. And the way this works is if I make the jump to the front end, and if I reload the website, you can see that we have a little tool over here called the Engage Cockpit that comes along with Umbraco Engage. And this one is only available for editors. so you have to be able to log in to actually see this great tool. But this is actually a tool that you can use to check is everything working as it should be. You can see we are a new visitor coming to our website, and this is our personal scoring card. Again, a normal visitor won't see this, but this is Engage tracking you as a visitor. And let's start reading some content. And let's see, over here we have something with cookie pairings for coffee. Let's read this one. As you can see, we now collected 10 points for being a coffee lover, but also 10 points for being a cookie lover. Let's go back once more. And I want to show you what will happen if we read enough content. So this is the perfect high tea. Let's read this one also. And now we have collected 10 points for being a tea lover, but also an additional 10 points for being a cookie lover. Once more, go back, scroll a little bit down, and over here we have something with the perfect coffee tasting with friends. So let's read this one also. And again, 10 points for being a coffee lover. But now you can see that we have collected enough points, 30 points for being a cookie lover. These are all settings, but now Umbraco Engage is saying this could be a cookie lover based on the content that they have consumed. We can use that scoring to build a segment. Basically, the segment is your trigger for personalization. So let's start doing so. We go back to the Umbraco part of our website. Let's go to Engage, Personalization, and over here we have our segments. And this is where I can create a new segment. So let's create a new segment. I can say that I want to have one for the cookie lover. So this is our cookie lover audience. I can give it a description. For now, I will leave it like this. And I can simply select the persona over here. So I can say everybody that is scored as being a cookie lover should be part of this segment. So save parameter. And as you can see, we now have a cookie lover segment. I can add it, and you will see that it's placed all the way down here. I can do this also for the coffee lover, and of course also for the tea lover. And what this basically does is it will check, does somebody fall into a specific persona? If so, I want this segment to become active, and this segment is your trigger to say, okay, now I will serve you a different header on this page. I will show you a pop-up stating, do you want some more information about cookies? Click here. So this is basically your trigger for personalization. But before we actually start creating all this content and put a lot of effort in creating this content, we want to make sure we actually reach our audience. So that's why I would recommend to, if you have created your segments, simply leave it running for 1 up to 4 weeks, and then come back to your CMS and see what are my segments actually doing. Because you can do that. We will skip, of course, the 1 to 4 weeks because this is a demo, but if we have waited long enough, we can go to reporting over here. And this is where we can deep dive into our segments. So again, we are not yet personalizing content. We just created the personas, scored content, and we use that information to trigger segments. And now we want to make sure, do we reach our audience? So over here we can simply select the audience. In this case is the cookie lover segment, so I can click on it. And of course, you can see we don't have any data over here. But if I go to this one, or even better, this one, you can see that we already collected data. So simply leave it running. Again, 1 to 4 weeks should be enough, and you will get insights. So if I switch this one to percentages, like this, we can actually see for this segment, do we actually reach our audience? And that is shown at the segment potential. Because here we can see that our visitors are active in this segment based on page views. So here you can see the total amount of page views on a specific day, but you can see that 50% of all our page views served on that day, people actually fall into this segment. And if we pick another day, you can see, in this case, 42% of all page views that we had on our website, people fall into this specific segment. So basically, you want to see dark blue bars over here. If we don't have dark blue bars, we are not reaching our segment. You can also see it per session. So do we actually reach our audience in a specific session? Or Engage also builds up visitor profiles. Do we actually pinpoint specific profiles to be part of this segment? And if so, how many sessions do we need to actually pinpoint visitors into a specific segment? Over here, you can see that of the 24 times that we were able to pinpoint a visitor, 19 times it was within the first session. 2 times in the second session, and 2 times also in the fourth session, and some with more than 4 sessions. So this is basically revealing you the power of your segment, showing you, are we actually able to target our audience, yes or no. So that's it. This is one way to be able to remove the blindfold before you actually start serving personalized content. See you in our next blog post where we will start creating some personalized content.